It is hot out here, but check this out. There's a key, which you'd expect. You can get push button start, but on the mid-range level pickups and higher, you also get this rotary selector switch. Kind of reminds me of a Jaguar. You wouldn't think that being a pickup. All right, let's start with style. First of all, if you park the new 2013 Ram next to the old one, you'd have a hard time telling them apart. There are subtle differences. Projector beams are probably the best giveaway, but for the most part, the trucks are very similar.
We stuck with carryover sheet metal for the hood and the fender, but basically everything from here to the floor is new. The grille, the texture, the upper fascia, the premium lighting, the fog lamp, etc. And we have a bifunctional projector in there along with some LEDs for the park turn and the side marker. And once again, it gives us a very premium look, very advanced looking for those different models and helps separate them from everybody else.
So you may be wondering what makes the 2013 better than the outgoing model. Well, there's a bunch of changes. First and foremost, I think it's the air suspension. You can raise and lower this truck to 4 different ride heights. So when you're on the highway, you can lower it for better aerodynamics, better fuel efficiency, and when you're off-road, you can raise it for more ground clearance.
The advantage of the system, like I said, is load leveling. So regardless of payload, the system will basically bring you down to this optimum ride height that we call normal ride height. So it's there for comfort when you're loaded, as well as optimum driveline angles. So that's a big advantage to the load leveling system.
First thing you notice when you get behind the wheel of the new 1500 Ram is just how quiet it is. Normally, I use a little boom mic on the top of the camera. I'm not even using that this time because it is so quiet in here. But when you floor it, that's when you can tell you're behind the wheel of a Hemi. It still sounds good. And those dual exhausts popping out the back, those look pretty badass in my opinion.
Well, all the wheels are new. These are 20-inch wheels. This is a genuine polished aluminum wheel. It's pretty cool.
And of course, underneath the hood of the Ram is a 5.7 liter V8 Hemi, mated to an optional 8-speed, that's right, 8-speed automatic transmission. Alright guys, let's see how fast it goes 0 to 60. I've got the Solo DL set up, I've got the 5.7 liter Hemi, and I've got 395 horsepower and 407 pound-feet of torque. Real world testing, here we go. A little bit of wheel spin. Good oomph, 8-speed transmission. Here it comes, 60 now. All right, what do you think? Did I break into the 7s? I did not. 8.18 seconds. Full disclosure, my partner who's holding the camera, Stephen Chupnik from Motor Week, was able to go under 8 seconds, so I did it again, and I got 7.62. I figured the Hemi had more in it than just 8 seconds, and, well, thanks to Steven, I was right.
So one of the things we really want to do, and especially on the long run, you can see that here, is the introduction of real wood. So on our steering wheel, center stack, and all 4 doors, we've introduced real wood in Longhorn. We have 2 stain finishes. Some unique stuff about that wood in general is the wood is a walnut by nature. In Europe, it's actually used as fence posts. And over the time, the fence posts, they wrap barbed wire around it, the trees start to engulf that barbed wire, and actually the barbed wire starts to eat up inside and deteriorate a little bit, and actually what creates the swirling effect.
Inside, it's just a nicer place to be. However, there are still some remnants of cheap plastics like this light switch. I'm not a big fan of this fake French stitching. I do like the real wood which comes on the higher end models. In general, it's just a nicer place to drive, and it feels, well, more expensive and more upscale. Alright, it's a pickup. If you're buying this for the ride and handling, you're probably buying the wrong vehicle. Is it better than a Ford or a Chevy? Let me have it for a week before I can make that determination. Alright, let's get real. most buyers probably won't be purchasing the leather-bound Lariat 8-speed push start that I just drove. This, on the other hand, well, that's a tradesman version, and it's got a key, no push start, and it's towing a 2,200 pound trailer. So let's give that a shot and see how it does when it's the more basic model. I'm in the tradesman now, and I've gone from one of the more expensive Rams to one of the least expensive. This one starts at just under $23,000. For that, you get a V8 engine that puts out 310 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque, 6-speed automatic transmission, a tow package, but roll-up windows. So let's take this guy for a ride and see how it does towing a 2,200 pound trailer, because this, after all, is the work truck. Here we go. I'm towing a 2,200 pound trailer which has an ATV on the back of it, and you know what? I can't tell. I've got it floored. 310 horsepower is plenty. It's like towing, well, it's like towing nothing for this pickup. Of course, on the tradesman, you don't get air suspension, you get a solid axle. You don't get the big 19-inch wheels, you get 17-inch wheels.
The grille is taller. It's about 30 millimeters taller than the current design. Once again, on a Ram, you can never make the grille too big.
Here are two numbers that they're very proud of, 18 and 25. Those are the highway and city fuel economy numbers for the Pentastar V6, which, according to the folks at Ram, is even better than the class-leading Ford EcoBoost Turbo. Alright gang, I have to say that the new Ram is comfortable, it's powerful, it's fuel efficient, and it has some pretty cool technology. So, if you're looking for a pickup, you know what, hold up. Let's wait till we have it for a week before I can give you a complete rating. As always, this is Roman Micah reporting for the Fast Lane Car. See you next time.